Hi everybody, I am back with another video, and this video is a video Erick's sermon claiming Wendy Williams implicated people for stardom. First of all, I never heard of Erick's sermon, the rapper. I heard of Wendy when Wendy was on her radio show. And now Wendy have a TV show, and she's very popular, she's very rich, she's very famous. Erick's sermon apparently never crossed over, but he wants to say Wendy Williams implicated people for stardom. That's how she got started. I remember Wendy Williams, her radio show. I would listen to her radio show, but she was so annoying. How she just basically talk about people. And talking about people, the news or whatever, is not what I have an issue with so much. Is what particular topics that she would talk about. Which is exactly how Tasha K got where she is. She did the same thing Tasha K did. I mean, same thing Wendy Williams did. In the fact that, for example, Tasha K used Star Marie to talk about Cardi B having herpes and having all this monostat and probably gave her baby herpes and give all these executive people all this about Cardi B. And I'm not a Cardi B fan. But my thing is, that kind of information to me is distasteful and annoying. And that's how Wendy got started. Talking all about people, stuff like that. And I thought that was annoying. I don't know if she said people had herpes or not. But I know we be talking about people, sex life in that way. To me, that was something I find distasteful. But it worked for her. And it apparently worked for Tasha K. So, now Wendy has her own TV show. I think it's in its 11th season, 11th year. And she's on Lifetime. She has a book. She has a movie coming out where she been wrote the book. And she did mention this guy in the book, that something about, at least on Sunday. Oh, I think he says, Wendy said something about, yeah, she dated a rapper or something. But anyway, I'm going to read the article and see what this man has to say. And we can see from the look of this guy that Wendy like men of this phenotype. Like Kevin, and I know she like D.D. Booth, and the different people that she names. They all have the same phenotype. And her man phenotype is the same as my man phenotype. Because my husband has this particular phenotype. Think about them that got their beautiful eyes. I love those eyelashes. Oh man, this little round face. But anyway, let's see what Erick's sermon has to say. New York rapper Erick Sermon once again addressed his relationship with radio host turned television host Wendy Williams during an interview with Vlad TV. Why is he talking about Wendy? Let's see why he's talking about Wendy. I think he's trying to get Wendy to say something about him so he can get a little bit of exposure. Like how Flame Monroe did with this Monique thing, with the homophobic thing, which I really don't believe. Monique said she didn't want this man to be on this show because she didn't like his lifestyle. And then he says she married the lifestyle. Daddy calling daddy. Daddy, something like that. I think that was just a little scam for Flame Monroe to move up, to get up here. But I don't believe Monique did that. Then the fact that Monique never responded. I believe Monique probably said something, but I don't believe it went the way. Like he said, a person that was there said, this is how it went down. Just cause somebody told you something went down a certain way, don't mean it went down exactly that way. Cause I don't believe. This is what I believe about the Monique thing. I believe the fact that Flame Monroe role as a woman, and the fact that jokes about the fat woman jokes was going away because people getting sensitive to fat jokes, that was going away. Flame Monroe would replace Monique's role as a comedian, and Monique saw that. Therefore, she was not going to allow this man to come in. And what did he say on Breakfast Club? Monique lawsuit don't hold no water, because basically he filled all the roles. I'm black, I'm a man, and I'm a woman. Therefore, the fact that you're not paying black women, she don't have a leg to stand on, to me it's crazy. Because you playing the black woman role, but you are not an actual, natural born, physical woman with all her parts that she was born with. Not added parts. Not parts that are paid for, and parts that are enhanced by hormones that were taken from women, put into a man so a man can grow breasts and all that, and you know, and soften up their features to look like a woman. Black women like Monique are not being represented, and this lawsuit with Netflix shows that. But if you look at the lawsuit that was filed in the courts, you will see that is not what Monique is suing for. People just talk. Anyway, back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams had implicated a lot of people into where she was getting her job. Erick said she implicated a lot of people into where she was getting her job. Okay. And a person like me, I never thought that it would get that far. Because you didn't take her seriously. Go watch Sunday O, her channel, and she talks about it. He never thought it would get that far, because he never thought Wendy would get that far. Now Wendy is known, and I'm just not hearing about him. When I heard all these names get brought up besides me, I think it was a ploy for her to get where she get with stardom. So, let me read this again, make sure I understand this right. So, when I heard all these names get brought up besides me, okay, his name got brought up, so I think it was a ploy for her to get where she get with stardom. Come on now, it's not a ploy. People been networking and getting to where they are for the last, 30 years? All of a sudden it's a ploy. Come on now. That's what I hate. Everybody, you gotta know somebody to be in certain opportunities. And when you try to know somebody, or you know somebody, and you go to them, you know, to try to get in the business, they don't want nothing to do with you. They don't know you. So, these people just make it confusing. Anyway, but I'm not confused. So, he says, okay, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Because people already knew me. I don't know. I never knew you. They probably knew you. Again, I could have easily put that dirt on her. And what good would it have done you to put dirt on her? You could not stop Wendy Bag. Or I could have put the dirt on her. What dirt, Bo? That dirt don't mean nothing. They tried to put that dirt on Angela Yee. Gucci Mane tried to put that dirt on Angela Yee after the fact. And what did it do? Got him dragged. Because black women are starting to defend, or starting to stand up for each other now. And as we should. Because y'all men being successful. It's just that Wendy out success you. Now, what else did he say? Okay. Come on off of that. Come on off of that. Again, as far as what she did and how it went down, cause she was a fan of mine. She was a fan of yours, and you didn't think much of her. You don't know how he thought of her? Go to Sunday O. And then for her to do that, it kind of made me look at what happened with Puffy. Okay, what happened with Puffy? Oh yeah, I think Puffy tried to get her he tried to get her cancer, and it backfired. When Puffy got her fired, and people was, and her and Trey had the argument. So he tried to get her. Y'all heard about the Puffy getting her fired thing? But did it last? No, because Wendy success. Wendy was already set for success. It was already in her future. And even though Puffy fired her, she came back. Now where Puffy at? When Puffy got her fired and people was, okay, I read that. You start hearing red and meth. What the word is red and meth? You start hearing people like that. I knew, oh, this is a big game. This is a big ploy for her to get famous, because all of a sudden it's 1,000 names. Man, bye. In a past interview with Vlad TV, Sermon was asked about rumors that he was gay. He then stated that the rumors were false and that Wendy Williams was the one responsible for the rumor. First of all, when I was listening to Wendy Williams' radio show, they was calling Wendy Williams a man. Period. So, if you dated Wendy Williams and people say you gay because they say Wendy Williams a man, maybe people claim you gay because they're trying to claim Wendy a man. I don't know. But the bottom line is, trying to bring Wendy down now, it's not going to work. Wendy she done been through the craziness with her husband. Like she said, like she tell that boy, your daddy already got us out here looking crazy. With that woman and the baby and all of that. Go get a whole baby. Anyway, bringing all this stuff out about Wendy don't mean nothing. Wendy done been through that. Like I say, I didn't care for Wendy. Her radio show, I wouldn't even watch Wendy's radio show because I didn't know like her radio show. Now when I see her show, I go back and see some other ones. I like her show. Even though she be talking about people, everybody talks about everybody. And when you want us to counsel Wendy, no, she's not being counseled. Black women got her. And in his most recent interview with Vlad, TV, the rapper was asked if his past relationship with Williams, stop jumping, with Williams was romantic or if the two were just friends. He revealed that the former radio host was merely a fan of his. Oh, she was just a fan of mine. Okay. You mad because this fan of yours is famous and you stagnated where you at? It was no romance now, he said. She just happened to be a fan of mine. Dude, bye. She used to always talk about me all the time. And she ain't talking about you now. Again, you could tell she liked me and the whole 9. Dude, I can believe she liked you and the whole 9. Because look at Kevin. Look at DJ Booth. All of y'all men have the same phenotype. Y'all phenotype is the same as my husband. I can believe that. She was all into you and the 9. But what did you do to her? Let's read on. I never thought for that part. But again, you heard other stuff that you probably heard out there. Erick's sermon interview with Vlad TV can be found below. And I'm not trying to watch it. I just wanted to do this article because I saw this on Sunday O channel and I never heard of him. But The title of her video is that Erick's sermon admits Wendy was a side chick. Well, this is all I heard. Maybe I might listen at the VAD, because in this article I just read, I don't see where he says she was a side chick. He don't even admit sleeping with her. He said she was just a fan. I don't read between the lines is the issue. So what I'm gonna do, or what I do, I look at what you're not saying. Was this romantic? She was just a fan. She liked me in the whole nine. All she did was talk about me. And obviously, you didn't think nothing of her. But Kevin Hunter did. Now you talking about her so she can bring your name up. And you can get some, and you can kind of tap into that fame. How much she put out 1,000 names so she could get famous. And you do what you need to do to be famous. If she know 1,000 famous people like you, she know 1,000 famous people like you. It's who you know. Ain't that how it's done? So now you want to go out there and say it's a ploy. Use these your words to make us think that what Wendy done to get famous was not a good thing. It's what you do. Problem is, he never thought Wendy would get this famous. Now that Wendy is this famous, she got a movie coming out. She got a documentary. She already got a book. And after she got, and her contract radio show was renewed. So I think she got like another 2 years. So she got this year and next year, 21. I don't know where Wendy will be after 20. I went her contract up. But I already know where she gonna be. Wendy planning her future. The same as she planned her future when she was your fan. And you didn't think nothing of her. But anyway, that's it for this Vixie. That's it for this Black Pixie. Thus, and I will see you on the next video. Bye.